Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today, we take a look at a Starking skeleton model, reference AM0275. This is actually the third Starking I have handled in my life, and the first two were very impressive given the specs for the money, not to mention they looked pretty good. If you want to see that review, you can click on the link in the corner of the screen. Those two watches were snatched by my wife, who still wears them to this day. This, I think, will have a similar fate, as she already said she loves the look of it. But before I lose the watch for good, I will say a few things about it. Being a Starking, the price will be reasonable, so this watch can be had for under $50. And for that, you will get a skeletonized watch powered by an automatic movement that beats at 28,800 bph and comes with hand winding capability. The case is made of stainless steel and is very reasonably sized at 41 mm in diameter, with a lug-to-lug of being a very short 44.5 that, combined with the fact the lugs point downwards, makes the watch wear smaller despite being an all-dial design. The whole case is polished and has this rather original bowl shape. I personally like it. This version, called Royal Blue, comes on a steel mesh bracelet that I must say is very well built and wears comfortably. The crystal is mineral, and underneath is the Royal Blue dial that this version got its name after. The blue is a rich, dark blue with a hint of sunburst effects. On that portion of the dial are the applied hour indices and printed minute track. The rest of the dial is open, showing the movement underneath, making it a skeletonized watch. Now, skeletonized watches are a bit of a niche product, so you either love them or not. I personally don't have any in my collection. The reason is that skeletonized watches are just not my thing, and partly it's down to most of them being pretty bad at actually telling the time. The hands simply get lost in all the details of the movement. This one is like that too, although Starking did try to make the hands more visible with the loomed surfaces that are white in color. But even with my lack of love to actually wear one, I admit I do like to glance at this from time to time and admire the complexity that goes into mechanical timekeeping. And speaking of complexity, these types of watches are perfect for making people appreciate watches more. When you see all the gears, the pallet fork, and the escapement working together, you really get amazed at the level of precision required to do something we take for granted, such as keeping time. Since it also has hand-winding capability, you get to see that working as well, with the mainspring getting tighter as you wind it. The exposed keyless work is yet another wonder in itself. Although I would never cash out serious money for a higher-end skeletonized watch, as I don't see a point in paying a lot for something I will enjoy every now and then, this watch, because of its relatively low price, can have a place in my collection, at least until my wife snatches it. I don't see it as a high-end watch, but then again, it's not trying to sell itself as a high-end watch. I see it as an affordable way of getting a skeletonized watch that actually doesn't look bad at all. And it allows you to enjoy the inner workings of these amazing micro machines we call watches. The only possible negative side of getting a watch as affordable as this from a brand like a Starking is reliability. But I guess that is where the you get what you pay for comes into play. This one has been perfect so far, but I cannot guarantee it will be a few years from now. Well, that's it when it comes to this week's review, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.